Socioeconomic status is the social standing or class of an individual or group. It is often measured as a combination of education, income, and occupation. Socioeconomic status is often simply referred to as SES. In other words, socioeconomic status is an individual's social standing. For students, it is measured as a combination of their parents' education, income, and occupation. But, more importantly, SES is the manifestation of social inequality because children from low SES families don't have the same chances in life as their peers from high SES families, especially when it comes to education. Emerging evidence suggests that SES is a predictor of academic achievement. The achievement gap is the well-documented difference in educational success that exists between high SES students and all those who are less fortunate, like students of low SES, students exposed to poverty, students who lack English language proficiency, and students who are minority. The achievement gap has been measured in math and reading scores, cognitive and social development, standardized tests, and even high school graduation rates. Ultimately, the achievement gap in school leads to an achievement gap in adulthood, with those from low SES struggling to rise out of poverty in adulthood. What is the impact of socioeconomic status on academic success or failure? Low SES leads to lower academic scores, lower cognitive, social, emotional development, and fewer neighborhood resources. All of these widen the achievement gap and work against students' academic success.
One impact of socioeconomic status on academic achievement is that children from low SES families have poor academic performance and scores in vocabulary, math, and reading. First of all, children from low socioeconomic backgrounds do not display enough mathematical skills that children from higher SES. For example, low SES students score below their high SES peers in standardized measures of academic achievement. Studies have also shown that low SES students enter kindergarten with limited math skills and with a more poorly developed sense of numbers than children coming from a higher socioeconomic status. Research shows children obtain informal mathematical knowledge at home before they start formal schooling. This shows that children are influenced by the home environment they develop in. Students from low-income families enter school already behind from those more affluent families. These students are less likely to have someone at home to help in their math homework, especially as they get into complicated high school math. Low SES also has an influence on reading proficiency. Children from low-income backgrounds are less likely to engage in cognitive, enriching verbal or reading interactions. This is because higher SES children or middle-income students have more access to learning tools at home than low-income children. Students found that the SES-related reading gap was eliminated when parents were involved at their children's schools. Low-income parents are generally less involved than middle-income parents. Another subject impacted by socioeconomic status is language, but the source of the problem starts long before children reach kindergarten. Since vocabulary and language development is vital to academic success, students with small vocabulary are not ready for kindergarten. By 24 months of age, children from low SES families are 6 months behind in language development compared to higher SES families. Between 18 and 24 months, children from lower SES families learn 30% fewer words. This is important because students with a limited vocabulary may not understand the concepts being taught by the teacher, which means they are not able to learn what is needed.
Socioeconomic status also has an indirect effect on academic success through its effects on cognitive development, executive functioning, social and emotional development. There is evidence that cognitive score gaps begin appearing as early as 9 months. Neuroscience tells us that cognitive development depends on the early life experience infants are exposed to, and children from low SES backgrounds have fewer exploratory experiences. In terms of cognitive development, children from low SES backgrounds are more likely to struggle with lower executive functioning, shorter attention spans / trouble focusing, compromised decision-making skills, and fewer problem-solving skills. The ability to learn is built on the foundation of cognitive skills like attention, memory, and executive functioning. Executive functioning is most often associated with attention shifting, working memory, and inhibitory control, also known as response inhibition. These three abilities construct a unitary process in preschool children and kindergartens. Poor or lower SES environments seem to generate significant stress on individuals, compromising selective attention with implications for academic success. Problems of attention are more common among lower income students. Lower executive functioning means the brain processes involved in setting goals, making plans, prioritizing, organizing, initiating plans, and completing assignments are all impaired. Low SES students have impaired executive functioning that impacts their academic success. Examples of how it may affect them include students from low SES backgrounds may start a project with all of the necessary materials or may not work at a pace needed to meet a project deadline. They may skip steps in a multi-step task, resulting in incorrect math problems or incorrect paragraph structure. They can have trouble relating a story chronologically. They may be easily distracted and have trouble attending to the teacher's lesson. They may waste time doing small projects and fail to do a big project. And they may lose important papers and possessions. Children from low SES are more prone to externalizing problems behaviors at kindergarten entry, and by 5th grade are continuing to demonstrate significantly more behavior problems than children from high SES backgrounds. When children are acting out and not in control of their emotions, they aren't able to focus on the teacher or their assignments.
In conclusion, students from low SES families suffer academically because of their mathematical ability, linguistic ability, and level of cognitive development, thus widening the achievement gap. Lastly, all sources for this video can be found in the description below.